Here's a little bit of help with 2.10.7, the unit circle, and it's using the math class. So this one requires you to read the assignment pretty well to kind of understand everything that's going on. But essentially what it's saying is use a math class, and you're going to calculate the angles of 0, pi divided by 2, and pi, and then print out the angles, the angle, the cosine of the angle, and the sine of the angle, and they want the output to look like this. So they've set it up so that you already have your radians, colon, cosine, sine. Now we've got to get those calculations working, and they give you some pretty good hints down here. Because we're going to be using 3 values, I'm going to declare all my variables first so that I can recycle them all and just kind of copy and paste where I'm going to go from there. So I'm just going to say double angle, double C for cosine, and double S for sine. Okay. Once they're declared, now I can assign them values. So the first one is going to be 0. So I'll say angle equals 0, semicolon, and then I've got to do cosine. So I'll say C is going to equal, and this is where I'm going to use the math class, and it gives me a bit of help here. I can see that math.cosine angle will give me the value that I'm looking for. So let's do that. So we'll say C equals math.cos cosine angle. Okay, and it's suggesting in the assignment to go ahead and round to 2 decimal places, and it gives you a little bit of hint on how to do that, and it's right here. So once I've defined the cosine, which would be C, I can then apply this equation to it, and I'll round to 2 decimal places. They do it fine. I like how they do it, but instead of doing another variable, I'm just going to say C equals that value, and of course the variable they use is cosine, so I got to change it to match the one I used, which is C. So there's the cosine, and let's do the sine. So it's just going to be S equals math dot sine angle, and we will say S equals, we'll do the rounding, and this time of course it's not cosine but it's sine, and we use S to denote that. So that's going to do our calculations for 0. I'm going to do my system out print and just use println, use some concatenation to make it look this way. So the first thing I need to print out is our angle, okay, and I'll concatenate the colon onto that using plus. I see that they want a space before the next one, so I'll put that space in here, and then I'll hit plus again, and the next thing I'm going to display is the cosine, so I use C, and then it's going to need a comma, so I need to concatenate comma into there, again a space, and then I hit plus S. And if everything works good and I've remembered all my commas, it should look pretty good. Okay, so far so good. Looks like the assignment. You can copy and paste this and simply change what your angle is going to equal. Your angle is going to equal pi divided by 2. Remember, there's math.pi will get you that value, and pi, math.pi will get you that one for the third one. So copy all 3 of those and your assignment is done.